Hello guys, Jack here, and welcome back to mk48.io. Today, we're trying to get to level 10 from level 1 in a single life without dying. It's honestly pretty difficult. I tried for quite a few hours to get it, and maybe that's just a testament to my skill, but this game is really something quite interesting. And right off the bat there, we get 2 kills with the level 1 ship. We molest that other level 1 ship there to get the kill, and we go right onto the hover ship. Now, I love this ship because if you're decent, it has pretty good weaponry and a fast reload rate. It's really fast, and it has a decent pickup range for getting more loot. We go over here to the España, the level 3 battleship, and just tear him apart. You can see in the corner there's a level 9 Clement 2, which I kind of am a little bit greedy. I come over here and try and kill this Bunyan. He lands another ship into me. I get so low, and then I decide to go sub to go underwater. I shoot a torpedo at him, and he has to dodge that, but unfortunately there's some other enemy torpedoes, and those hit him, which is very lucky. Then we're onto the Bunyan, and we're moving on. And so, like I said, we're trying to get to level 10 in a single life, which means you have to play a little bit more conservatively, or maybe you should just play like this all the time. Maybe you're just making shitty plays. Because, of course, if you're, say, level 5 right here and I die, I might respawn as a level 3 ship, perhaps, so you get a higher chance of getting up to the upper levels. And, of course, a big factor of this game is just who you encounter. If I'm a level 5 ship here in the Visby and I get, like, 2 level 7s coming at me in a fleet, they're just going to kill me. I can't really do anything about that. So you have to be smart about where you go and what kind of situations you put yourself in. And one thing I noted in this game and some of the others that I played before this one is hanging around oil rigs is really good. The constant supply of barrels is so nice for repairing and getting more weaponry. Anyways, we get a nice kill on that guy using the torpedoes and the missiles on the Visby. I'm a really big fan of that ship. And then over here, he takes some fire from an enemy ship. It's a Ohio class submarine, and we do a little bit of damage with our airplanes and manage to finish him off. And it's a good thing we got all that XP from that guy, and we're able to go the Ohio class because aircraft carriers are so vulnerable to submarines. And the Ohio class, in my opinion, is actually a good submarine. I love the Tomahawk missiles. You can see there, about 10 seconds ago, he shot a whole bunch of torpedoes at me, but we had a really nice decoy, and we managed to dodge them. We do it again right there, and it skirts by. We shoot a few torpedoes at him. There's a guest to his north, which is also harassing him, and we shoot a few more, and he's almost dead. And then we go for the ram kill. I'm not sure if it was the ram or the torpedo that got him, but either way, nice kill. Anyways, there's another guest here in a smaller level submarine. I shoot some rocket torpedoes, which I love because you get a bit of range, and then they dive down, so you can kill subs from afar with it. It's really awesome. And here we go. Here's another Yasin. And that was so nice. We managed to miss some of his torpedoes. We launch ours right into him, and then I dive on top of him, which I think is a great way to kill subs. If you ram into them with the front of your ship into like their side, or you land on top of them, I think you do a ton of damage, and it's actually a good way to kill them. Over here, you can see the Pisnu clan has made a little spot for themselves with a dredger, and he's trying to close up the gap so I can't get him. You see him desperately placing there, but I managed to slip a few torpedoes in and get a kill. And I look at this, and I'm like, okay, I got the kill, get the loot, I'm going to back out. But then I'm thinking about it, I'm like, man, I have an aircraft carrier. This thing's covered in land. There's only one small entrance. I'm going to choose it. I'm going to go for it. So we have the Clement 2. It has 6 fighter jets, and it's amazing. If you saw one of my other videos, you'll see I was using the tier 6 aircraft carrier, and that's pretty good. I like the guns on it. However, it's pretty vulnerable to submarines because you have to rely on your fighter planes to knock them out, and the fighter planes just drop torpedoes that are not guided. The Clement 2 here, it's a bit more advanced. It's from the 60s. They have jets, and the torpedoes actually are guided, which make them a lot better. You also have 2 helicopters, and I think helicopters are a lot better for taking out subs because you can kind of hover them around the dude and kill them. Anyways, this spot is absolutely phenomenal. The mountains around us are just high enough to stop shells coming in and hurting us. Nobody else can climb in, of course. We can see them all. And the constant supply of crates from the oil is giving us unlimited planes because, as you can see, we're crashing them into mountains, and more HP. You can see guest comes in here, shoots a load off, and then transforms into a sub, which actually is a mistake. He also, I think, crashes into that because, of course, if you use the level 2 there, he fires off all his shells and he has 0 left. When he goes to the sub, he's going to have no torpedoes. If he hadn't have fired, come in, gone underwater right away, and then launched everything, I don't know if he could have killed me because I have a ton of health, even though I am low just from my own stupidity crashing in, but it definitely would have been better. Anyways, now we're just honestly being a terrible person and killing all these level 1s, 2s, and 3s. But it is kind of fun because all you have to do is just sit here. And of course, some lovely person in my comments told me if you press X, your ship stops. So it's really convenient. You park it in here, press X, and hang out. I think the jets also have a little bit better maneuverability than the tier 6 English, the Essex, which I mean would make sense again because the Essex is like 1940s planes. And one thing I do a couple times here is I actually launch my planes off the deck of my ship and they crash into the oil like that. They crash into the oil rig there because I guess they actually have like a height system. I think I've talked about that in my submarine game. There's multiple tiers to the ocean, like you can go down deep, which makes sense because there's the dredger. And so you can actually miss torpedoes if you surface at just the right moment. The torpedoes can go under you or vice versa, they can go under you. You can see Hellcat coming in here, maybe trying to get a kill, I don't know. But he launches a bunch of torpedoes. He gets a bunch of XP from a couple ships I've killed maybe that are just sitting over there. And unfortunately, I can't let him get away, so I launch, what, 4 Tomahawk missiles? How much are a Tomahawk missile in real life? Like $500,000, $2 million to kill a little shitty ship? I guess that is what the US loves to do in the Middle East. Anyways, we managed to get out because there's torpedoes widening up the channel, so my ship can finally come out, and it's perfect. I had actually a good time with the aircraft carrier there. And another important thing you can see here is check out the scoreboard. We're in 5th place. We have a pretty good number. And you can see there's a Star Clan in 1st, 2nd, and 4th place, and then SCP in 3rd place. You can see people have now gone back to the place I was at, trying to take all those scraps, get all the beautiful crates. And we're using the Iowa, and I think this was my best usage of the Iowa so far. The guns reload really fast, they have amazing range, and they're very accurate, of course. But you throw a couple Tomahawks in, and then the helicopters, and you're looking good. What I like to do is kind of keep my Tomahawks at about 14, 13, around there, because I find they recharge pretty quickly because the ship has a huge draw range, and then you're always just kind of shooting and seeing and knowing what the range is, and there's no real downside because here, when a big guy shows up, you just don't fire them for a second and you're basically at full, so there's no harm. You can see Kira here messed up a bit because there was a level 1 and maybe he didn't see me because he fired a bunch of shells, so he was not at full capacity. Me, I stay right by this oil crate, I pick up a ton, I just slam my Tomahawk missiles into him and he dies. If you're smart, you'll see that Mod Dib was right next to him in the tier 9 submarine, and he launches a bunch of torpedoes into me, which do unfortunately kill me, bringing our reign of terror to an end. However, we did make it to level 10. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.